The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Pickett. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. Touchdown, Giants! Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. And he fires one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Again, it's Harris on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 19-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett on 3rd and 1. Caught on the slant, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 10 yards out, and the Steelers are back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this home. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On 2nd and 12, Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On third down, Jones flushed out right. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready up.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
2nd down and goal. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 8 yards out. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Giants 21, Steelers 7.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Steelers at 4-11 on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently ask for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Pickett right back to the air again. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with career touchdown number 75. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Now, they went draw play there on third down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, and they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Buying time to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this one is right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Jones throwing on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down, Giants. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And
a little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Harris running straight ahead. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. 35 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Good running from Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets them to about the 44. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
An option handoff given to Harris. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. From just shy of midfield, Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And down to the 36-yard line here.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pickett. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. He finds Austin, complete. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good, and we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Jones. That's going to be caught by Tony. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Barkley, inside handoff. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Jones. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's made one, and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Here's Jamie Gillendow on for a very important punt here in overtime. Now Austin. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Called out a return of 38. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They hand this off to Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
2nd and 11 now. And they run with Harris off the option. Down right around the 25. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want. The right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now we'll see what Pickett can do here in OT. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Second down and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Pittsburgh, they get a 5th win to move to 5-11 with 1 game remaining. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they lose a potentially season-crushing ball game as they fall to 8-8 with 1 game still to come. And they will look to turn it around next time out.